For those of you thinking to yourself, God, Laura and her mom can't catch a break, you're right. I've lifted this up before and cleaned under here before, okay? You're supposed to be able to lift this up. Well, I went to lift it up and I can't get it back down. I don't know what's wrong. And what do you think happened? My mom is freaking out to no end, and she's mad that I'm laughing, but Mom, I've cried enough in this lifetime to last me 10, okay? This is so absurd, and look, mouse can chew on these wires and cause a fire. People online were talking about, somebody was like, what can I do about a mouse that died in my stove that I just bought last year and paid $1,000 for? People were like, do you really want to keep a stove? And I said the same thing to my mom. And in her case, she didn't pay $1,000 for this. It was like $500 or $600, and it was 5-6 years ago. It was when I first moved in here. So, yeah, it sucks. But the thing is, like I told her, even if you decided to sell this place and move away, if you bought a brand new stove, it would just be added to the value of your home because it would be a brand new stove versus this crap, okay, that we didn't keep clean. You know, we didn't. The mouse is living behind here because it has a field day. Well, guess what happened? I disturbed its home, and it ran down the hallway into one of our bedrooms or into the laundry room. And my mom is just absolutely freaking out. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom. I was trying to open it up to clean it out or to, you know. Now it's stuck. Now we can't cook anyway. But we can't also I'm not strong enough to get it out from there. I tried. So that's another thing. I can't, but we disturbed the mouse, and now my mom is freaking out. I'm laughing, not at her, just at the absurdity. I'm laughing at the absurdity, people. I'm laughing at the absurdity, okay? I'm laughing at the absurdity of this. But yeah, it ran down the hallway, see? Probably it would have more places to hide in my room or my mom's room, or the laundry room. But it ran because we disturbed its home. That's the bottom line. We disturbed its home. It's living in the stove, and we disturbed its home. So now it went for new, because I have this opened up. It's all up in the stove. It's under there. I don't even know what that lever is. Do you understand? I don't even know what the lever is. I do know a mouse could live off of what's in this stove, so why does it even go out and try to find stuff on the countertops? That's my question. Maybe because it's something different on the countertops. Like if I left cereal on the counter, it's better than the scraps that are left, you know. I don't know. I don't know why it's suddenly in our home. I don't know. I know that Joe is going to always believe the worst and think, you know, there's a direct correlation between the mouse and the construction. And he's like, you wouldn't see the mouse. We see this mouse all the time now. I do not believe for a second this mouse has been here for months and nobody knew. Not for 1 second do I believe that. It's just a freak thing. It got in. I don't know. I don't know why it's in here. Why we've never had it before. I don't know. But now it ran down to one of our bedrooms or the laundry room, where it's not going to find any food. I told my mom I'll put these crumbs out on the floor, but I have to watch out for Omar. I have to put him in the cage and lead it back into the kitchen. Because, you know, she's freaking out. And I'm laughing, not at her. I'm laughing at the absurdity, and I'm not going to cry. I'm like, what do you want me to do, Mom? Cry? Crying's not going to change anything, all right? I'll call someone Monday. I'm not calling anyone on the weekend. And even if you call someone, they're not going to be here instantly, probably. If you want somebody good and not just picking any old person, it's not going to do a good job. And it could potentially put your dog in danger, okay? So that's where it stands. And since I'm uploading, and the second video I created where I was holding the camera up to film the mouse, I have no idea why that came out so fuzzy. That's a weird fucking thing that happened. It didn't happen to the first one. It happened to the one where I'm holding up the camera over here. Something shined back and did something, because all these videos have been great on that new camera. And there's no way that that one is suddenly fuzzy. It's got to be having to do with me holding this camera up and it reflecting off of the light or something or other. Did something that made it fuzzy. But whatever. Oh, whatever. You know, I am laughing at this because it's absurd. And you just add it to the list, okay? And like I told my mom, you know, I know it sucks, but do you really want? And look at this. See how that's all corroded under there? That's not supposed to be like that. Okay? It isn't. And why did this get all corroded? I think when we had fires. My mom had a fire on the stove. I did. But it's all, if you can see my finger, I could stick it up through there. It's all whole. It's all corroded. So it's not like my mom should be saying, oh, my brand new stove. It's not exactly your brand new stove, Mom. And now I can't even get it back down. Which it might be for the best, because then we're not going to cook on it or in it. I'm not going to cook, period. It's grossing me out to have that mouse running through that stove, but I disturbed its home, and now it's went somewhere else in the house. At least it was concentrated in the kitchen for the most part. No. Now it went somewhere else. There's Omar. Hi, say hi, Omar. You want your last meal of chicken and rice? Unbelievable. My mom's not happy. This mouse isn't exactly afraid, you know what I mean? It's not exactly afraid. It comes out in the light. It runs across whatever. It's not exactly afraid. Not exactly afraid is this mouse. Unintentionally disturbed your home, mouse. I wanted to lift up and see what's going on under there. But it is all corroded. I mean, the burner still worked good, but it's still all, it all got all gross, and that's not from the mouse, that's from it burning. It's from fires. That's the only thing it could be from is fire we had. Wouldn't have be like that otherwise. I don't know. I said I was going to fast, and then I got all upset about this mouse, so I ate some of my delicious soft and juicy French mini plums, True Bliss, from they're organic, pure and simple snacking, dried and rehydrated with water. They don't want to be called prunes, but a mini plum is actually a prune. They didn't want to be associated with prunes, so they call themselves mini dried plums. Soft and juicy French mini plums. They're organic, dried, and pitted. And they are tasty. My mom thought so as well. So I'm going to give Omar his last meal of chicken. Didn't fast today. My mom dared to cook hot dogs. I told you want to cook hot dogs? You know, it's on you. It's your call. I'm not going to say to do it or not do it. Up to you, Mamma Mia. I might eat the last hot dog cold. I'm not going to cook it, obviously, with that up like that. I can't get it down. Here you go, sweetheart. I can't get it down. I said to my mom bluntly, I'm like, please don't. You're not going to let this land you in the hospital, are you, Mom? I know it's stressful. I know it's scary. I know it sucks. Just another thing to add to the list. Uh-oh. It's supposed to be pitted and one of them wasn't. attachment error. These are quite tasty. I can't get that back in. I don't know what's wrong. You alright? You done already? Yeah. Really? That was very long. Did you watch the movie of somebody there? How did you keep it? No, you got it. Keep it. You don't want to stay in very long then, huh? Okay. Just be careful stepping out, okay? It's big. It's higher up than it's used to be. God, is that annoying? I don't know what's wrong. It came out from the top. It's falling apart. It's not like it's the most wonderful stove in the universe. Right? I disturbed its home, the mouse, and now it ran down the hallway. Ran right towards my mom. When she was coming, she's taking a shower, it ran down the hallway, and I didn't see which room it went into. Take your pick, eeny, meeny, miny, moe. You know, my room, her room, or the laundry room, one or the other. But it's not really going to find food down there. And look, I can't get this back down. So, can't cook at all. I wasn't really in the mood to cook. It's to turn off to cook when you know a mouse is running around in there anyway. But my mom made herself hot dogs. So she wasn't, she wanted the hot dogs more than she was turned off by the idea of the mouse being running around in there. But the hot dog's not touching anything, but cooking inside, that's another story. Plus, the people said online they had a mouse, they didn't know the mouse was living in their stove, and they preheated the oven and it burnt to a crisp, and then they're smelling the mouse. Those are the people who wanted to know if there's any way to salvage their stove. And sarcastic people are saying, why do you want to keep a stove that a mouse died inside of? It was running, I don't know. Our mouse is now safe because he's run into the other rooms and freaked my mom out 1,000,000 times over. 1,000,000 times more. She can't handle this. I can. Obviously, I've been sleeping on the couch right beside when it pokes its head out of the other couch, so I can handle it just fine. My mom, not so much. My mama, not so much. To be continued.